All right, everybody. Oh, throwing stuff around. Let's try that again here. We'll start that right over because we're dropping lights everywhere. Hold on. There we go. All right, hey everybody, we're back. We got another news feed here for you. This one, first one, kicking it off. Remember, now we are only doing 2 articles per video rather than doing the 3 or 4 or 5 I used to. Keep them short, sweet, but this one here, 2026 Passport, which is coming out early 2025 from Honda, versus 2025 Toyota 4Runner, which is starting to come out now. So they're not going to be too far apart as far as when they're coming, but they are both mid-size SUVs and off-road tailored SUVs. So we are excited to see they offer off-road tailored SUVs. So let's see what we got here on it. I highlighted some stuff through this. We're not going to read the whole article, but it is here for you if you want to. And what we got coming on. And it says, right here, both prioritize high or off-road capability so that more so than most SUVs do. The 4Runner has been a long time coming. It's been 15 years since the last redo. Now, the 4Runner is a body-on-frame platform, so it is a true truck platform. The Pilot, which is coming out, or the Passport, which is very similar to 3-row Pilot. Passport's 2-row, Pilot's 3-row, but the Passport is a unibody construction, okay, just like the Pilot. Both of the Hondas are on a unibody subframe versus a actual body on frame as a 4Runner. So things to keep in mind. That's what I'm highlighting here for you. I'm not picking which one. If it was me personally, I'd take the Honda all day long. If I was buying a vehicle like this rather than I would the 4Runner. My opinion. You do whatever you want to, but it's my job. I'm showing you the differences between them, including price, all that stuff, so you can figure out which is best for you. But this article does a really good job even showing dimensions and things like that. So that's why I picked it here. So, but anyway, 4Runner, body on frame. Okay, the Passport, unibody construction. What about size in this thing? The Passport remains strictly 2-row offering. Okay, the wheelbase has been enlarged to 113.8 inches for wheelbase. Distance from wheel to wheel, front to back, center. Okay, you're 113.8, where the 4Runner is only the Toyota's famous 112.2 inches. Okay, very important for them to have that, according to Toyota. Okay, now the Pilot, same as the Pilot's, the Passport goes to overall length is 190.6 inches long versus 194.9. So you're basically 4 inches difference in length, total length between the two vehicles. The inside of the Passport on here, the inside is 79, or I'm sorry, the width is 79.5 inches wide, compared to 78 to 79.9. Now, 79.9 will be like on a TRD Trail Hunter or something like that because of the wheels, I'm assuming, is what it's going to basically, the difference will be. But it's kind of interesting that Passport is actually wider than what the 4Runner is going to be. And the Passport is 73.1 inches tall. The 4Runner is 72.6 to 74. Again, if you go with the lifted versions like the Trail Hunter TRD Pro, you're going to jump up there. But so the Passport all around basically is technically a wider, taller vehicle than the 4Runner. The 4Runner is just 4 inches longer. Kind of interesting. Now, Passport offers 44 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats and 84 with the seats folded flat. Compared to the 4Runner, without the 3rd row version, but the 4Runner, you're getting 43 to 48, depending on if there's it ranges from, and I don't understand why it ranges from. I'm assuming that's because you have the non-hybrid and the hybrid. So if you were to take out it would be 43 for the hybrid because of the big old battery that's back there. You take that out, you're at 48. So if we look at it realistically, you're 48 cubic feet behind on the 2nd row 4Runner versus 44. So you got 4 more cubic feet there if you don't get the hybrid. And you go from 84 with the seats folded down to 83 to 90. So really, again, if we take that, we're going 90 to 84. So you do got a little more rear space in a 4Runner than you actually do in a Passport. Now, Passport's got a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6. It puts out 285 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, and a 10-speed transmission. Okay, when we get into the 4Runner, you are getting a turbocharged 2.4 liter, making 278 and 317. That's really not a big difference. 278, this makes more horsepower at 285 versus 278. This makes a little more torque at 317 versus 262. So basically, motor-wise, they average out. But when you put it into reality, the Honda has a naturally aspirated 3.5 V6 that is going to last way longer and be more durable than what you're getting in the 4Runner. Arguably, if somebody wants to argue it, more power to you. Argue it if you want to. That is my thoughts on it. So, but very interesting, and you get the different trims. The hybrid's going to go for 323, 326. I don't care about the hybrid personally. I don't think the hybrid is worth it, in my opinion. But the Passport, once again, is rated to tow 5,000 pounds. The 4Runner jumped up to 58 to 6,000 pounds, depending on the trim package you go with. Fuel economy-wise, the Passport is at 19 city, 25 highway. The non-hybrid version of the 4Runner is at 19 and 25. They are basically identical there. Okay, both of them are identical in there. So pretty interesting. Now, off-road capabilities. With the Trail Sport model, you're getting some pretty cool stuff. You get the Trail Sport gets the specific suspension tuning, forged steel suspension arms, cast iron knuckles, skid plates, front recovery hooks, and elite trail watch camera, 31-inch all-terrains mounted on 18-inch wheels, and you get 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Now, the 4Runner's got a lot of different trims and get some pretty cool stuff. We're not getting into the Trail Hunter and that kind of thing, but as always in your lineup, the TRD off-road model, which will also have the crawl control, the rear locker, things like that. And you can get with the 33-inch tires on there, on 18-inch wheels, you get up to 10.1 inches of ground clearance on there. So realistically, you're gaining, you definitely got more off-road capabilities with Bilsteins in there with the 4Runner than you do with the actual Honda. But I don't think Honda's chasing the true off-roadness of what a 4Runner was or is. I don't know if the 4Runner will ever be like that again. I don't know. But personally, I think that the Honda is still a very good, capable off-roader. Will do some pretty neat things. And like I said, I'm biased. I like Honda. Toyota gets on my nerves a little bit. I'll say that straight up. Toyota's not my favorite company. But this is for you guys and your things. Now, price-wise, they're saying that the when this Passport comes out, they're expecting it to be 45 to 51, depending on trim. Okay, not a bad number. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. Not bad at all. I mean, I'm impressed. Again, it's the size of a 4Runner. And in the 4Runner, we have these different numbers here. We got 42 for the SR5, 48. And again, keep in mind, these numbers, we're not even seeing them yet. The new ones are hitting. We're seeing markups. We're seeing a lot of stuff go on. And we might even see some markups on the Honda too. But here's your comparisons. These are basically more money for that, but again, you are getting body on frame, you are getting a turbocharged motor. We're not talking about the hybrid. You're getting a little more off-road capability with the 4Runner. You're going to have to make your own decisions on there. My job is just to present the differences. Me personally, I haven't seen the new. None of us in person has seen the new Passport, but I would, if I was in the market for an SUV, that Passport interests me a lot more than a new 4Runner does. My opinion anyway. I'd like to know what yours is. Let me know down below and see. But before we do, we got one more article here we're going to hit real quick. This is about the Scout motors. Okay, Scout has fully embraced it. Couple quick highlights for you. The demand for the range extending option has also been surprisingly high. They have done, there's already been, whatever it is, I can't remember, did it say how many? It didn't say how many orders were in yet in this article, and I did read it, and I don't want to tell you what it was because I don't remember, but I was pretty impressed with how many people have already pre-ordered a Scout, a Terra or a Traveler, the extended range ones, but here it is. So we have two models coming in 2027. We have a Scout Terra truck and a Traveler SUV. Now, there's a Harvester variant of both models available, making them extended range electric vehicles. This is going to basically have a gas-powered range extending generator, a motor, allowing it to drive continuously, so you don't have to worry about charging it. Right here is interesting, though. It says that so far it's been about 70% SUV, 30% truck for the reservations that have been had. What interested him here was that 50% or more than 50% would be for the Harvester or range extending version. So people are speaking. They're out there ordering these things. They're putting in these orders, and they are choosing to go with the Harvester version for the range extending version. What's the two challenges with electrification, charging infrastructure, and of course, it takes that off the table. So that's the reason they're thinking this is the case. Sorry, I'm talking fast, trying to get through it quick for you. But with the Harvester version, the combination of two, the motor and the actual electric battery, it looks like you're getting about 700 or 500 miles of range is what they're shooting for. And these vehicles, if it holds true, are planning to start in the high $50,000 range, which puts them in an incredible price point for what they are. So you can still reserve either one, the Terra or the Traveler, right now for $100 through the official Scout Motors site, with a production aimed for sometime in 2027. There you go. So questions, comments on any part of that or the comparison that we just got done doing here, any of that stuff, let me know. Thanks for watching.